I'm a hospice nurse who no longer fears death, and here's part 2 of the reasons why. So this one's a little embarrassing because it sounds a little woo-woo, and I don't like to share it, but it's a really big reason why I don't fear death. So I had a patient that I was very close to. He was actively dying. He was a younger guy. He was actively dying, meaning he was very close to death, probably a few hours from death. And I had visited him. I could tell he was a few hours from death. He was fully unconscious. My continuous care nurse was staying there with him, so I left the house and I was sitting in my car just thinking and hoping that he had a very peaceful death. Of course, I was sad, but I also was really happy for him that we were able to provide good care and that he looked really comfortable. Here's where it gets crazy. So I suddenly, in my car, heard his voice in my head. And basically for like 30 seconds, I could feel what he was feeling. And I could hear what he was saying. And he was just saying, "Oh my gosh, Julie, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's as good. If I knew it was going to be this good, I wouldn't have been so scared. I can't believe it's so amazing. I can't believe it's so amazing. It's so much better than I ever could have imagined." This is what he's saying to me in my head. And I could feel this feeling of like almost like flying and like exuberance and freedom and pure joy. So much so it's hard for me to describe it to you. And I instantly was in tears, bursting into tears of joy from this overwhelming feeling of freedom and release. And I knew in that moment he had died. And I felt like he was showing me what it was like. Okay, so that was 20 to 30 seconds maybe, right? And then it stopped. And I was just in my car shell-shocked and kind of like crying and sort of like, what the hell was that? This has never happened to me before. And then my phone rings. It's from the nurse inside his home. And she told me that he had died. And I was thinking, I know. Because he just told me and showed me what the heck just happened. I didn't tell her what happened at that moment because I was still pretty shocked and I was just sort of like overwhelmed. But that's one of the reasons why I really don't have fear of dying, because it was so real in that moment. And it was so pure and so amazing. I'll never forget it. It makes me embarrassed to share it because it just sounds so crazy, but I want everyone to know. I think we'll be okay. Anyway, hope this helps. Comment below if you